だが、もう時間がないかもしれぬな。ベルドラ様
Saying someone's name instead of talking normally cliché.
やあみんな、お待たせ。
リムル様、ご無事でしたか。心配しましたぞ。
Even though this main central road is long, straight and wide, no one actually sees these two walk up. It's also fairly well lit and has a bunch of people standing around facing their direction too. Very poor powers of observation.
取ったり刻んだり皮むいたりいろいろしなければならないことがあるだろうか。
ですね、私が加工しようとすると建物も一緒に切ってしまうので、この合力丸は素晴らしい切れ味なのですが、ちょっと長くて。
Why not use a normal knife then?
刀はな、料理道具じゃないんだ。わかるか？包丁とかせめてナイフとかあるだろ。
私は合力丸一筋なのです。浮気はちょっと。
Damn it.
たくさんありますから。
それは結構です。
Multiple people complete one full sentence, or in this case two together cliché.
俺たちは大事なことを学んだ。料理は見た目も重要なのだと。
Well, to be fair though, just because it tastes good doesn't mean its ingredients aren't actually deadly though, right? It just means it tastes good, like how she wants it to taste when making it.
もうなってますよね。そうじゃなくて、世界に向けて俺も魔王だ。
I gotta wonder why there's so many people outside, because there's still plenty of room in there, and yet they're all outside. And if it's because they're not important enough or a high enough rank, should they really be allowed to be very clearly outside listening in?
また来客だな。
来客
For the first and last time of the Schmoopio, no!
いつの間に万能感知に全く反応しなかったぞ。
国その一団からは明確な敵対反応が確認されていません。
さっき俺が面倒だなんて言ったから。
Yeah, but they've clearly been approaching for some time given their speed, and so she really could have mentioned it around the same time, probably way prior to them arriving on their steeds.
帝王ではありませんか。意外ですな。臆病なあなたが魔王に肩入れなさるとは。
Character with their eyes perpetually shut cliché.
貴様か！貴様が私の娘をたぶらかした魔王ですか！
パパ、なんでしに来たのよ。
エレンちゃん、無事だったのか。
無事も何も、私は。
He says this like he was expecting her to be dead or injured or something, yet all he accused him of was having seduced his daughter.
娘が魔王にさらわれたと報告を受けたもので、つい慌ててしまったのですよ。
何がついだ。
I mean, what are you accusing the guy of exactly? Lying about hearing a report that his daughter was taken by a demon lord, or that he wasn't feeling panic at the thought of that being true? Because the guy clearly made his way there and was triggered when he knew who you were, leading one to presume he lost his shit for that very reason.
自分の目で見極めておきたかったものでね。
Probably a good idea to actually start by opening them in that case.
娘が気に入った君という人物をな。
He apparently got told that his daughter had been taken and seduced by a demon lord, but upon arriving and being told that that wasn't the case by his daughter, who mentioned having come there of her own free will, he still says that she's very taken with him, and yet now has nothing to base that on.
シュナ、ベルトラはどうしてる？はい。お召し物を変えられて間もなくいらっしゃるかと。
She says as he's literally already walking towards them in plain sight.
ラミリス？一体どうしたんだ？話は聞かせてもらったわ。
If she's always this size, then why did she look so huge on the class roof just now?
では、改めて本題に入ろうと思う。
If they're allowed to actually be there, why not let them actually be there?
もう一ついいですかな。
聞こうか。エラルド。
Why did he feel the need to release his aura just then, though?
パパ？
She goes to kneel alongside her father, and for some unknown reason, that causes these two to freak out and kind of just take a knee themselves. It's like they thought she was falling face first or something.
なあクレイマン、ほんまに自分の意思で今回の作戦を決めたんやな。
私に命令できるのはカザリーム様と恩のあるあの方のみ。
Okay, but are those two unable to issue you orders then? Because if not, that doesn't really answer the question as to whether or not it was all your plan or not.
では はもう一度言うわ。この国、テンペストは滅亡する。驚いた。
Can hardly be surprised when this is now the second time that you've repeated the exact same statement.
我が国とテンペストの間に街道を作って直線で結べば行き来がしやすくなるかと思いますが、いかがですか？
それって俺たちに街道を整備しろっていうことか。
Actually, no, I didn't get a whiff of that from his statement, which was just that, a statement.
ところでシオン、捕虜の取り調べを行っていたそうだが、何か情報は得られたのか？
What do you mean you heard it? You literally told her to do it like 2 episodes ago, bruh.
シオン、そいつはラーメンって間違いないんだな。
Something you'd likely doubt, given that she got the names of the other 2 wrong just before this?
さすがはラミリス様です。
Multiple people say the exact same thing at the exact same time and in the exact same way cliché.
てっきりテンペストを狙ってくるものと思っていたが、違うとなると獣王国か。ユーラザニアが狙いだっていうのか。
Yeah, that's what he just said. He actually said it. I'm not sure how else she could understand that.
不正確な推論にて獣王国ユーラザニアの生命の灯火
CGI.
残った避難民を皆殺しにして真なる魔王に覚醒するつもりだろう。
Exhale and then inhale cliché.
物資の運搬程度には役立つだろう。
ちょっと待ってくださいよ。食料を奪われた上に人手まで。
He says that they stole their food and yet just beforehand we're talking about how it was a written order from their boss and so they had to hand it over.
でもそういうことなんでしょうね。
さて、休んでいる暇はないぞ。よし、勝てよ。
So did they all plan to say that in the event that he said what he said and then it all went absolutely perfectly and in sync or what?
やあフレイ、今日もいい天気なのだ。少し暑いかな。ああ、暑い暑い。
ミリム
Shouldn't you know that though?
貴様たちがベルダラを仲間に引き入れたいなら勝手にすればいいさ。
もう行くのか？
Nope.
自分では商人だと名乗っていたがね。
信用できるのか？
信用する必要などあるまい。ただ利用しているだけだしな。
Yeah, but can you trust the information he's actually giving you? I didn't think he meant with your life, dude.
ジュラの森からも出られるようになったってわけね。ああ、ワルプルギスの場所は特殊な空間に用意されるようだし。
Exposition though, since the little demon fairy thing probably knew that since she's a little demon fairy thing herself.
リムル様、私とて怒っているのです。クレイマンを許せぬこの気持ちを抑えるのが難しいのです。
Well, you definitely do want him to pay for his actions though, right? I mean, that's the idea. You're out to kill the guy, so why you'd want to suppress your desire when that's ultimately the plan and end goal is weird.
狡猾なる魔王クレイマンの配下を相手に勝った先のことまで見据えているとは、なんという自信なの。
Says the woman who not once, not twice, but 3 times earlier in this very same scene made comments about how they basically already won the battle before it's even taken place.
俺をはめたやつの匂いがしやがるし、俺はそいつを追うとしよ
う。では私も、あとはお任せしますわね。
He literally just told you to go as well. Naruto, run.
私は一度本国に戻り、アダルマンを連れて戻る。
アダルマン、あのホワイトキングを。しかしあの者はあの場から動けないのでは。
So you knew his current location and situation and yet didn't know him by name when she mentioned him?
アルビスよ、獣王カリオン配下きっての魔人、勇猛なる三獣士の貴様なら。
魔王クレイマン配下、5本指筆頭氷結魔剣士ヤムス殿。
Must we use full titles? Because if so, we'll be here all night. Giving yourself away before you attack, cliche.
同時に行くぜ。こいつは強い。それを認めようじゃないか。
Weapons that make a sound when you move them a few inches. それは認めよう。しかし、私が2人いればどうかな。
Why would you tell her about that though?
クレイは
何をしているのです。
One would think that as he's struggling and saying Lord Clayman, that she would have been able to put two and two together and figure out what was happening, especially since she already knows he uses puppets.
ここで足止めすればアルビスやスフィアが駆けつけるだろうぜ。それにベニマル殿もいる。
Why actually tell them that though?
下船なる侵入者よ、おとなしくその命を差し出すがよい。
完全に囲まれています。
You don't think they could tell that from when you were really clearly fully surrounded just now, like a literal circle of undead around you?
さっさと歩け、この薄ら。
If your aim is to keep concealed the fact that you sneakily took control over Millum, is it really wise to give her a smack, eliciting naff all of a response when 100% of the time there'd be a massive response and she just so happens to be wearing a new necklace? This goes on for 73 seconds.
俺によ、あれはあのスライムとクレイマンの喧嘩だろ。お前が混ざる理由がね。
何言ってんのさ。ミリムだって参戦してんじゃん。
This little fairy girl would be good at anime sins right about now.
ひどい目にあったわ。
呼んでもいないのになんで出てきたんだ。冷やかしなら帰れよ。
One would think that given that he thought he was about to die, that he would be a little more thankful having survived. This is an odd reaction. I mean, he just thought he was gonna die.
そのまま我もついていけるということ。そうなったらラミリス様を通してリムル様のお役にも立てる次第です。
お前ね。いや、本当にラミリスに似てきたよ。
How though? Because isn't she kind of wrapped up in herself for the most part, other than just recently wanting to help out Rimuru? So this doll wanting to be of use to him doesn't sound anything like her from what I've seen this season. What am I missing?
それよりもあれ、ちゃんと大切に持ってきてくれているんだろうな。
はいはい。これでしょ。
What? Was she storing those up her butt?
おいおい、クレイマンのせいかよ。ってもういいや。
The blood that was pulled around his head just now has now disappeared.
というかよ、お前が魔王の人数を減らしたのがこの問題の原因なんだぜ。
Isn't that basically entirely Clayman's fault though? I mean, Millum destroyed the animal kingdom because of him, so that's one, and the other only gave up because she noted her lack of strength versus the others, a fight that only took place because of Clayman and his scheming.
デーモン、ロード・オブ・ダークネス、ギー・クリムゾン様。
They feel the need to do this again. Nathan Bird, Bird Without a Word, Tyler Warner, PK Fan, Ali 50, Ryan Anderson, Isael Caldera, Mr. Waffle 64, Kieran Robinson, Chris Harris, Yona Schal, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Kim Munt, Jason Davies, The Element Taylor Wars, Manuel Morales, Carlito, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Blitzcloud, Sebastian Ramirez, Aura Keeper, Jeffer 6263, Magnus, Kevin Nelter, Aniki Curve, Brendan Kriya, Kaj Warzelman, Jordan Samuels, Sean Graves, The Epic Amanda, Crimson Shadows, Kyle Farmer, Fedora Blue, Matthew Fitzworth, Sentimento, Gaten 2000, Mackie San, Storm 970, Hinakami and Water.